2 minutes, guys. 2 minutes. Yo. Good morning, everybody. What do you think of the soothing music? I don't think you could hear me. So, man, I got to figure out what I did to the mic. Who has time for such things? Anyways, hey, good morning, everybody. Let me remind you that trading is risky, not appropriate for everyone. Your past performance, good or bad, is not necessarily indicative of future results. Please stay small, stay humble, focus on the long term, and never risk money you cannot afford to lose. Hang on, the office is hot. Hang on. Or should I say, is the office hot or is it just me? Anyways, hey, it's hot in here. It's getting hot in here. Oh my God, I'm tired, huh? Anybody tired? Gotta stay awake. You gotta stay awake when the pips are raining. Anyways, my name is Wayne McDonald. I'm a currency trader just like you. I've been doing this for a while. This is not my first crash. It is my first apocalypse, but I've been through these things before. It's been very good. These are very, very good times. So anyways, let me be your guide. Along the way, you can ask questions, get involved, chat with other members. Just make sure you treat me and everyone else in the community, in particular the chat, with the dignity and respect that they deserve. Check your negativity at the door, and let's try to improve your skills and keep yourself focused and confident. Also, the sponsor of Forex.Today is tradersway.com, so please visit Traders Way, open up a demo account, download MT4, play some trades. You'll see fast execution speed, narrow spreads, and big margin, big swaps. Sorry, big swaps. The camera's not quite right. Anyways, they're good people. They care about you. That's why they sponsor. They actually want you to be a better trader. That's good for them, but it's also good for you. So that's a symbiotic relationship. If you want to have that type of partnership with an execution broker, tradersway.com. So lots of very interesting, good things going on. I want to start here with the Euro Turkish Lira scalp going on. But second of all, I watched this kind of drop yesterday quite significantly. And of course, then the idea is I need a pullback, all that kind of stuff. Great. But did you guys also notice the 10-year T-note? What's up, Barry? Did you guys notice the yield on the 10-year T-note yesterday? It almost doubled. And I thought, I wonder if that's the first sign. Are we close enough for a bottom? In this case, if you're looking at Lira, is this a top? Which is the same as sort of bottom. And I was wondering about, well, if people are getting out of safety like a 10-year T-note, because remember the 10-year T-note was paying 1.7. Now it's like 1.1. It's still ridiculously low, but there's a big difference between 0.7 and 1.1. Okay? So anyways, I thought, well, that's interesting. People have left the 10-year T-note safety, and they are seeking risk. Or maybe they're seeking yield. And the only yield on the planet, since every major central bank on earth has now cut their interest rates again, and then again, and then again, and even the United States is at zero. Holy smokes. Well, then where do you get yield? Well, emerging market exotics, the stuff that we've been trading. So I'm wondering, and again, I hope you appreciate that I'm sharing my thought process here. I wonder if the move in the U.S. Treasury market is a sign of potential yield hogging, and whether I should tiptoe back into exotics. Now, you got to be careful. I wouldn't do that against the dollar because we still have this general flight to safety, but have we peaked? I guess is the idea, right? Right? So, interesting. So one of the things I'm watching here, first of all, you saw I had a scalp on this, and then in here, I just wonder, I wonder. Okay? I wonder. It might be too early, but it might, right? But anyways, so I'm wondering if there's a relationship between the 10-year T-note. Well, of course, I mean, I can't say that there is a relationship, but I'm wondering if it's a meaningful relationship at the moment. Okay, so let's get on with it. We got to do the dollar, right? So pound is like zippity-doo-dah. Okay, let's take a look. By the way, I hope you noticed that I've made these charts a little bit bigger for you. So if you're watching on YouTube, they might be a little bit clearer. So anyways, let's take a look at this. How do you make money? First of all, it might be a downtrend. Very interesting, right? So let's break this down, obviously. Let's take a look at, let's just do weekly here. Okay, out of position. Okay, you're supposed to stick with the 4-hour 21. Even that's been too slow for this. Holy smokes, eh? Holy smokes. Holy smokes. Okay, so even that's too slow. So now you got to really drop into smaller time frames. Let's take a look here. You can see the consolidation and breakout. Isn't that nice? Mean, standard deviation of upper and lower means, and then through. And how do you trade this? Well, let's get on to like a 15-minute chart. What do you think of that, guys? How many people here have done the day trading course? Oh, no, I need my drawing tool. How many people here have completed the day trading course? Trying to pull up my drawing tool. Hang on. Drawing tool. Oh, there she be. There she be. Arr. All right. So let's take a look at this. Whoa. Let's take a look at this. And day trading class. Down, 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 down. Up, up. Sell. Down, 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 down. Up, up. Sell. Down, 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 down. Up, up. Sell. Right? Down, 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 up, sell. Down, 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 up, sell. Down, 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 down. Likely that has paid for the day trading course many times over. Look how accurate some of these targets have been, huh? Crazy. Cool. So which means today is done. Oh, I can't see. Hang on. Everything. I gotta move this out of the way. All right. Hopefully that didn't screw up the camera. Okay. Close this. La 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 la. Let's add this back. Ciao. Nope. What was I doing? Oh, this one. Add that back. And so this is what we're looking for next. Whoop. Cool, right? Now remember, all this chaos is going on. Yeah, you have time to prepare these moves. Right? You have time to prepare these moves. There's no fear of missing out. You only miss out if you don't have a trade plan. Yeah, Joel, I'll have to look at it. Check your monthly. Did your monthly payment go through? Most likely, if you can get into the course, but you can't see any videos, your monthly has failed. So you might want to check that, Joel. That might just be faster to check that. That's weird. You're logging into swing.fxbootcamp.com? Yeah, sorry. I mean, I was up quite late last night. I'm designing a hedge fund business model and management system based on radical transparency. That's really weird, Joel. You can only view the... Anyways. Huh, we'll have to look at it, Joel. Sorry. Sound of the birds. So I was out last night. Like I said, I was reading a rough draft of my paper. And I saw a possum. I saw a deer. I have a beaver that lives on the edge of my property. He went in the lake and slapped his tail on the lake. There's geese. We have cormorants, sea crows, which are weird, but they don't come in this time of year. Raccoons. I think I said it. I saw a possum last night. It was pretty neat. All right, so yeah, so let's move on. This is, why is this pound? I grabbed pound. I didn't mean to grab pound. I guess I wanted to do pound, but I didn't mean to grab pound. What did I do that for? Must have been in the back of my mind. Let's try to do dollar. Right on, Anthony. All right. So, anyways, check that out. That's what she looks like on a day trade. Cool. Just beautiful, extremely beautiful stuff. Now, let's move over to Kiwi. Okay. Nice. Look at it maybe on an hourly. Okay. So we had that crazy move. Remember, I said you can isolate this out and you can see the world just continued doing what it was doing. Okay. You can ask yourself here, how can I use the moving averages? Okay. So if you have my book, you'll recognize a lot of these techniques. 2155 cross down and they're already below the 200. Okay. So that's where all moving averages point to bearishness. So in the book, it says to let it drop, come back to the 21, trade the 5-8 cross down, let it drop, take profit on the 5-8 cross up. Let it return to the 21, trade on the 5-8 cross down, okay, let it drop, exit for profit on the 5-8 cross up. This is a red flag here, zip, 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 okay, you should just pay attention. Whoa! Often that can create a bottom, okay? So you got to become more conservative and you got to be worried about a bottom forming around here, okay? So this is a big warning. In this case, there was a breakout, so you know how to trade a breakout. You trade the pullback, so there's a sell there. Or you can wait for it to come back to the 21 if you want to continue the moving average strategy. And that's trade the 5-8 cross down there, and off we go. So there, all of this, whether you're trading moving averages or not, it's all a form of price action. Well, grind, when do I think is not the right question. It doesn't matter when you think. What you're supposed to do as a technician, right? So you're fundamentally thinking, well, at some point the dollar should weaken, right? Cool. Which is part of a risk-on strategy. Cool. So that is your theory. At some point, okay, the dollar will weaken. So now all you do is you wait to observe the price action and then you get on the clue train. Okay? But don't think like when, or even worse, a lot of people think like should or have to. That's even worse. So don't worry about when. When do you think? Thinking in this case, we're already done. That would be part of your theory. You've already done the thought process. Now you observe or you don't observe. Okay? Okay? So just psychologically, don't think that way. Aussie dollar, Oscar Mike. We've been watching this one for a while. Just like everything else. Down, 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 back to the 21. Down, 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 back to the 21. Down, 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 right? Back to the 21, all of these. Down, 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 back to the 21. Down, 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 down. Okay? Notice that you have about 12 hours to prepare, about a day to get squeezed. Then it makes the big drop, so you have about 12 hours to prepare. So these are all day trades, guys. Okay, you sold up here off the 21, retrace, sell off here, right? You're down for a whole day, right? Down for a whole day, 12 hours to retrace, down for the whole day. Is anyone having an aha moment? Are you getting like screwed in here? Are you losing tons of money in here? That's where I used to lose money when I first started trading. Is this consolidation is where I'd lose. It wasn't Like I was pretty good knowing that the market was down or the market was up. Okay. And then eventually I defined that by the 2155. So again, if you just simply read my book from almost 20 years ago, I mean, look, the 21's below the 55, you're a bear. Like, dude, it's not complicated, right? If you buy this, you're in la la land, right? So we know it's obvious to sell, but I found it difficult in these periods, and I found out this is when I gave most of my profits back. Okay? So what I'm suggesting is if you didn't do as well as you had thought, but now you're looking at this going, oh my God, that looks easy, then you should probably back yourself out and give yourself, look at swing and day trading more. Okay? And probably get yourself out of intraday and scalping. If you can't master this, I don't think you're going to do well scalping, for example. Okay? Anyone thinking about that? Some of you might have had 100 trades in the last 2 weeks, and this is telling us like there's 1 trade, 2 trades, 3 trades this week, right? Or this is Friday, Monday, Tuesday, and you're like, oh my God, I would have done so much better trading less. Okay, and that will be the case most of the time. You will make more money when you work less, when you trade less. Okay. Let's take a look at USD CAD. This is something that we had our eyes on yesterday. Up, 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 right? New higher high, down to the 21, buy the 5-8 cross. Up, 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 new higher high, down to the 21, buy, new 5-8 cross. Up, 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 guess what's going to happen tomorrow? Meanwhile, people trading today are going to get kicked. Okay? You understand that? People that are walking in just trying to figure out what's going on now, they're going to get their butts kicked. So so when you were up here, your plan was buy down here. When you were up here, your plan was to buy down here. We were just up here, so what are we doing now? Buying, selling? No, 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 no. We're thinking tomorrow we're probably going to buy down here. And tomorrow's going to look like this. Something to that effect. Of course, you got to pay attention to this 21, right? Oops. So it'll probably look more like Okay. Yeah. Cool. You're starting to see the repetitive, well, I guess pattern, right? By definition, they're repetitive. You're starting to see the patterns there in both the market and the behavior you should be conducting yourself with. Okay, Euro, Aussie, gold, and gold. All right. Well, let's just get rid of this. XAU, XAU, gold, gold. All right. Okay, let's do this. Let's bust this down. Let's break it downtown, Bubba. Let's break it. Cool. So we got to worry about this consolidation here as a bear. And like I said before, the move yesterday on Lira and the 10-year, right? The 10-year and the right? That move may have been a change of direction. And so it'd be interesting to see if there's a change here as well. But notice in this three-wave correction, we're simply creating a channel, right? So the first thing is to pay attention to see if we stay inside the channel. Okay, that would be the rest of today and tomorrow. So this would be the next 24 hours if that channel is to hold. Okay, if the trend continues, and this is sort of a three-wave correction into a larger trend, right? Down, 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 up, sell, 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 down, down, consolidation, then at some point we would need a down, 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 up, sell. Okay, so you would pay attention to the breakouts of this channel. So you might as well mark this channel for yourself into the future. Okay, and ask yourself, are we staying in or are we popping out of that channel? So why don't you say this, say your thoughts here. Will it break up, down, or hold? Will this channel break up, down, or hold the next 48 hours? Type your opinion here. Will it hold and we basically channel up for a while? Does it break to the upside or does it break to the downside? Grind. The Forex market is in an interbanking system, not an exchange. So there's no limit ups or limit downs because we don't have an exchange to impose limits. Okay. Cool. So you guys have your opinions. Now you have to trade it. Okay. Backing out just a little bit, you'll see that generally there seems to be a downtrend, even just on the hourly. And you should mark your lines here. So, right? So here's how it typically works. Okay, here's how it typically works. Down, 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 up, up, roll reversal, down, down. Okay, that's on the higher time frame. On the smaller time frame, we have price action. So you have this down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay, so wave one. Actually, let's do this differently. I'm not good at counting, so I don't know where they put things, but 1, 2, here's your 3, right? Expansion, 4, 5, now 3-wave correction. And now what we'd be watching for is not a challenge of this line again, but a lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. And repeat this process over again to the downside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now inside of Elliott Wave, you have price action, and you have Fibonacci, which is just another form of price action. Okay, and on top of that, we are utilizing more than that. We're using pivots. Okay, and you can kill the E wave and just do price action because they're redundant, and use just these two things. Okay. So that's what you'd be watching for, I'd say, the rest of New York. Do we develop a lower high, lower low? And if so, game on, right? Does that clarify things, guys? This would be a meaningful breach if it does breach to the downside. Well, you know the formula, Prince, so it's not a complicated thing. I traded with basic pivot points for 17 years. You just plan for tomorrow. You don't need the tool at all. Reb, Wayne, do I completely close my positions or keep moving stops? I'm so deep in profit on my trades, I don't want to give back a penny. Well, don't worry about that. First of all, that isn't helpful. So what you need to do in that case, if your goal is to let it run, move your stops like I've been showing you over the last, I don't know, since January 1st, I've been showing you how to slowly move your stops. No, you don't need averages, guys. For example, on a daily basis, if that's how you're managing your trades, your stops were here, makes a lower low, great, lower high, great. Now it made a new lower low. Now you can move your stop here. Right? Recovers, makes a new lower low, now you can move your stop here. Recovers, doesn't make a new lower low, doesn't make a new lower low, so you're not moving your stop. And if it does make a new lower low, maybe tomorrow, then you can maybe consider moving your stop. I would still leave it there because there's not much, or you could move it there. Okay? Stacking day trades and letting them run makes sense too. Yeah, that's the whole point. Okay. See, most amateur traders, what they do is they take profit early. Right? And they never take a loss. Loss late, right? So you should just turn that upside down. Take your losses early and take profit late. Meaning, never actually take profit, you should get knocked out. Okay? So go back and watch all the videos. I've been showing you how I've been managing my stops, when to move them, when not to move them, right? And what you want to do is survive this consolidation and allow the trend to continue, okay? So this one probably was pretty close to knocking you out. You survived it. Now you need a lower high, lower low, lower high to keep you in the game. Okay. And don't get emotionally attached to your trades, guys. Just get another one, get another one, get another one. So like, I will not give a penny back. That's not, it's not realistic. It's not healthy thinking. You should just do your job, move your stops. The market, when the market flips, it has nothing to do with you. You'll get knocked out for profit. So what? You can't control how much money you're going to make. The market controls that. So let the market do its job, stay in it, and then when the trend technically changes, you'll get knocked out for profit. Like, so what? Right? There's no glory. You're not going to earn a trophy because, you know, I made 1,800 pips and you made 1,872, so you get the award. Like, no, doesn't matter. So your job isn't perfection. Okay? Your job isn't perfection. Your job is to come up with a hypothesis, what we call bias, then use technical analysis to confirm market conditions for trading your bias, then entering your trades properly, placing a stop, okay, and letting, right, and then managing the risk. So if you got knocked out of here, let's say it did this and you had moved your stop to here, you're a little more risk adverse and you got knocked out here. So what? You see what I mean? Like, this is a great place to exit. Okay? Because this might be forming now. So it's just manage it the way the market gave it to you. And if the market lied and you got knocked out here, I don't know why H, I guess H for here, and you got knocked out here and then it rolled over and continued without you, well, you should be happy you got all of this, right? And then at some point you should be back on the clue train to re-enter. There's no glory, there's no attachment, it's, right? You see what I mean? Don't worry about it. Now, the reason I bring this up, or maybe the way I learned this, was the hard way, of course. I found in my trading, when I lost money, I was pretty pissed off. But I also found through thoughtful reflection that when I made money, I was disappointed. Why was I disappointed when I made money? I could have had more money. I could have played it a little bit better. I could have But do you understand that that was actually a threat to my business? How long do you think you're going to last as a trader if you're never happy? So I had to teach myself. Okay? It's a big deal, isn't it? If you think about it. If no matter what you do, you're sad, then you're not going to survive. Okay? So you got to change that and be very comfortable that you sold a 2155 cross, re-entered, 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 and exited all these trades because of the higher high. Well, that's a heck of a trade, dog. That's a heck of a trade, dog. Right? Like, whoop whoop to you, man. You're like, well, one broke even, eh? Right? Or, anyways, whatever. Whatever. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Now, if you had paid attention to this, could you have predicted the channel move? Was there any clue that this was coming? Okay, so like I've taught you in the past, right? If you had sold here, if you had sold here, if you had sold here, if you'd sold here, and you exited down here, you'd be done. Okay, well, what's the difference? Well, if you sold here in the face of that support, and then you got knocked out here, this one is a loss, so one loss. Okay, and then here you got knocked out, so let's call that one a break even. And then 1, 2, I don't think the first one we actually had as a trade, so let's do it that way. And then you had 2 winners. And the sad part is this one didn't make any money, this one lost, which offset this one. So at the end of the week, you had one real profit. If you had just done this and exited, you'd have 3 winners. 3. Okay? And this is, I've talked about this before, and I wrote an article about it in the magazine. I found one of the magazines recently. Is it here? You found it in my office. Here's the magazine. Hang on. I don't know which article it is, but I used to write for this magazine. Actually, honestly, I don't know which article this is. Let's see. La 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 la. La 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 la. And in this point of time, and after that, I don't know. I don't even know where it is. Whoa! I don't know. I don't know where it is. Who cares? Anyways. And in this point of time, and after that. So, Yash wants to become a millionaire. Get highly educated, have a ridiculous, sickening work ethic, get a very high-paying job, and produce $1 billion worth of value for the company and its clients, and you will make you'll make $1 million. The best way to make $1 million is to provide $1 billion worth of value. It's pretty much how you do it. All right. Metatraders.com. The link to my trading tools are in the description below. The Mark says, hey, can you tell me how the recession or crisis affects your job? It's unbelievably awesome if you're a currency trader. Unbelievably awesome. So all you're doing, guys, day in and day out, I mean, there's no curiosity to this. It's very, very basic. This is risk off, and loans that have been funding risky investments are being paid off. So that means the Japanese yen gets strong, the US dollar gets strong, and the Swiss franc gets strong. Emerging markets get punished, and all the money that went into the majors are coming out of the majors. So it's really very, 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 very straightforward. And you should be crushing it, destroying it. Okay? I've shown you guys just in the last 6 weeks thousands and thousands and thousands of pips based on stuff we planned days and weeks in advance. So I've been teeing the ball up on the tee for you. Right? So now you should be cashing in big time. Okay? Okay? Stevens, the Forex market is not on an exchange. It's not on a stock exchange. It's not on a futures exchange. It's in the interbanking system. This is money flowing between banks and between countries. There's nobody in control of this. It's the interbanking system. So nobody can close it. The only way to close the Forex market is to close the banks. That's why it closes on the weekends. But if the banks decided to be open on the weekend, Forex would be on the weekend. Okay? So no one could say, oh my gosh, right? Stevens has made too much money today. Shut it all down. No. Cool. So let's go back to this. Do you guys remember like redonkulously planning this out? You guys remember this? I did this, I did this, I did this, and then I did this for you. How many people got that? Okay. Well, you say, well, Wayne, that's only 350 pips. But I teed that up for you. So those are free pips, right? You're welcome. Okay? But you need to recognize you've been trained how to do this 1,000 times, right? Indonesia! Man, I want to visit Indonesia. Oh, gotta go. Indonesia, Malaysia. I don't know about Thailand. Everybody goes to Thailand. I have a feeling I'd be disappointed. But I bet you Indonesia and Malaysia is fantastic, like what Thailand used to be. Steven said, I found your channel today. Definitely looking to learn. Hey, I didn't see you subscribe, buddy. Where's the subs? What's wrong with Thailand? I don't know. I've never been to Thailand, but most of my friends have been. And then I remember doing like a Google Earth thing to find someone's hotel. They're like, oh, it's... And I see there's giant hotels squeezed onto the beach. Hotel after hotel after hotel after hotel. American tourists, German tourists, tourists just from everywhere, all cramming in for the real culture. Then they all jump on a ship like, let's all go to Phi. So they go to the island Phi and like just hordes and hordes of people. Like, oh my God. Right? So I don't think there's anything wrong with Thailand. I just don't like tourists. They ruin everything. So when the coronavirus first hit Italy, I swear to God, I talked to my wife and I'm like, we should go to Venice right now. And she's like, there's a quarantine. I'm like, I can work from my hotel room. But now's the time to go to Venice and see it without all the hordes of people. This is the best time. It might be worth risking her life to actually see Venice without hordes and hordes and hordes and hordes of people. Right? And then, of course, things got even worse, so it would have been a bad gamble. But so my guess is, like, if you want to see beautiful Thailand, go to Malaysia. Right? You'll have the same beautiful beaches, just significantly less tourists, because I'm pretty sure you can't drink beer. But anyways. My tools are on MetaTraders, guys. The link is in the description below. So anyways, let's move beyond my BS nonsense opinions, and let's just get back to trading, okay? So I've been teeing these up for you guys. I hope you're taking them. I hope you're also learning what I'm doing. You're observing what I'm doing, and you're paying attention. Oh, Yash is spamming. Please help me. Oh, yeah, Yash. I don't know what you're doing, dude. Yash, just stop typing for a while, okay? Well, Bali's disappointing because it has no natural water anymore. Tourists have sucked the island of Bali dry, and it bothers me. But anyways. All right, so let's go back to oil. We did this yesterday as well. Okay. And we said that if it breached this level, it will continue to the downside. So let's take a look at that. Now, first of all, do you remember all of this? This was our selling trade plan 2 weeks ago. We were selling it at the break of 50. So you've doubled your money now. You're welcome. Okay? Now, this week, this is this week's sell zone. And this is this week's profit target. Okay? Okay. All right, Yash, let's see. Let's see how serious you are. Visit swing.fxbootcamp.com. Pull out your credit card and join the swing trading group. Pretty simple. See if you can do it. All right. So there we are. Now we have this general idea that somewhere around 15 bucks. This is what we were talking about yesterday, by the way. Somewhere around 15 bucks there's going to be a bottom, or let's say no lower than 15 bucks, right? So that means sort of this in the next coming weeks. Okay? So it doesn't say likely. You guys have to understand. This doesn't say likely. This doesn't tell you what to do. That's your job. You have to understand, you can't read your charts and say, it tells me it's going to do this. No, they're just algorithms. They're just little programs to draw colors that represent nothing but time and price. It's humans that are driving this up and down. So your best guess is as good as mine. These tools don't tell you anything, okay? So if you are looking for a bottom, if you are looking for a bottom, what will it look like? Because if you can think of it now, you'll recognize it when you see it. You understand that? So if you were looking for a bottom, what would the bottom look like? And then what would you do if you saw it? Well, let's see. How about we hit $20 a barrel, then it double bottoms, then it makes a higher high, higher low, and then I buy it, and then it goes up from there. So, right? So it goes down to 20, goes to 30, you buy a dip at 25, and you're long forever. Okay? That's how you trade. MACD won't tell you what to do. Okay? So like another way of trading this is 21 crosses below the 55. That's bearish. Okay, cool. Do you notice it also crossed up here? That should make you a bull, right? Wrong. The fair market value is the 200 EMA, and that's never been challenged. So if you're trading the market, sell, take profit, sell, and you still haven't taken profit. So maybe at some point, if you're looking for a bottom, first thing you'll have to notice is a 21.55 cross up, then a breach of the 200, and then a pullback. Okay? What do you think? Too easy, right? That's what you're thinking. Wayne, this is too easy. I want something more difficult. So this is a sell, take profit, sell, take profit, and we haven't got to the next take profit. So there'll have to be a take profit and then a breach of the 200. So then a higher high, which then takes you out of the selling game completely and opens up the plausibility for buyers to come back to the market. Okay. You're taking your first vacation. I've rarely vacationed, so I really can't answer that, Reb. I've rarely vacationed. I took the kids to Disney when they were little itty bitties. Bubba. I like that, Bubba. Cool, right? So remember, the only person that, or the only group of people is Saudi Arabia, right? Only they know the ultimate price to this. So now you have to use technical analysis to confirm you see the bottom that you want to see. Yeah, cable's being destroyed. What, you thought Brexit was good? Right? You guys got to simplify everything, right? You got to simplify things. Brexit is bad, and the pound is feeling that pain. Okay. So anyways, it's just kind of like we're back to where we were. Don't forget to do your job. Make sure you remind yourself of the risk areas, right? Okay. And look at this, guys. We've been 1,200 pips lower on the pound. So it's not the lowest low versus the yen. So some of that had to do with the weak dollar at the time. Which one is this? Great British Pound Yen. Okay. Yeah, but everyone's doing it. Carlos, everyone's doing it, right? So. Everyone's doing it. So anyways, this could fall another 1,200 pips, not a problem. Whoa, So let's go here. Let's take a look at the pound. Actually, this is a horrible setup. Let me readjust this. I was born to sing for you. All right. We'll move it like that, we'll move it like that, and we'll move the day trading one here. So we got the 15, we got the hour, and we'll move this to, actually I'm going to move this to 15, this to 5, this to 1, and this is to 4. Okay, I'm going to just put this to monthly. Well, you know what? Confluence is fine. Confluence is fine. Okay. Cool. So, what should I be doing right now on pound? Well, let me take you back 24 hours ago. My message to you, whether on this currency pair or on a different currency pair, it doesn't matter. What I said to you yesterday, we were in this area here. I said, today is done. Okay? Today is done, is what I said here. How many people can confirm that? That if you're just logging into New York trying to figure out what to do for the day, you're done. Okay. So what should you be doing? You should be planning tomorrow. Okay. Okay, and now here we are in New York, and like we were here, by and large, we're done. We're done. You're logging in going, what are we going to do today, everybody? Should I be selling euro dollar? I don't know. Like, dude, the fact you don't know is your problem. Right? Now, Elvin says maybe back to $1.20. Yeah, but the issue is you got like along the way, what happens is you get a little bit of a low, and then you get an up, and then you get a little bit lower low, then you get a bigger pullback, and then markets are closing, then it comes up, and like there's so much that's going on in this 12-hour period. It's hard to find any consistency to follow through on, right? So it might be back to 20, but it might be up and down 17 times by the time you get there, and you might buy and lose money, and then you sell and lose money, and right, and it's all over the place. Versus just catching the bigger trend You could say, well, what happened yesterday? Oh, the markets fell. Cool. What happened today? Oh, the market fell, right? And you avoid all this choppiness of what's going to happen next. And tomorrow you want to catch something like this or catch something like this. Okay? That's the difference. Okay? Trade after trade after trade after trade. So right now I'm interested in the area between 1939 and 120. Now if this makes a bigger move down, like if this drops another 100 pips, well, this will move too for tomorrow. So I'm still planning tomorrow. And you'll say, well, Wayne, you threw away New York, and you're like, this could have dropped another 100 pips. I could have gotten in super late, had support, and made money. Like, no. It may drop another 100 pips. I'm not in control of that. But what I teach you is you should sell here. So I can't teach you to sell low. It's foolish. So I teach you to sell high. And if it goes even farther than we expect, well, then good for you. But it's not because you're a genius. It's because the market decided to take it down. But you should not be getting in late. In fact, this little line says you're supposed to be taking profit. Can you guys even see that? Let me drop into the 1 minute. Of course, it doesn't fit on the 1 minute. Let me go to a 5 minute. There, see? Bearish profit zone aggressive. You're supposed to be getting out here. And yet lots of people are probably logging into New York going, oh my God, it's moved this far without me, so now I want to sell it. Well, that's not very smart. Also, some people might say, well, it can't fall any farther, so I'm going to drive it back up. Well, that is aggressive counter trending. It's dangerous, and the way I describe it in my book, it's half the reward for twice the risk. Is that something you want to do long term? Or if I taught you how to fish, right? Is the better strategy long term, sell the retracement high, sell the retracement high, sell the retracement high? Like, which one do you want? Well, this is less risk for full reward, and then counter trending is half the reward for twice the risk. Which one do you want me to teach you? Okay? But will this fall further? I don't know. You have to understand that. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not in control of that. This can fall as far as it absolutely wants. I have no control over the outcome. But I can control my trade planning. And like I said, just 24 hours ago, we were here having the same conversation. And I said, well, this would be the sell price. This would be the drop. That I can predict. Why? Dude, it's a trend. This is what trends do. Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. So what's going to happen next? Lower low. Okay, now that's happened. What am I going to do tomorrow? How about a lower high, lower low? Okay, that sounds good. I can predict the lower high until that stops working. And one day it will stop working. You'll get lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, double bottom, top, triple bottom, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. And at some point, I better recognize that something's changed, or I am going to be transferring my wealth to someone that can notice that. Right? I preach to teach. I ain't telling you that I'm the world's greatest trader. That's not my message here. But I'm trying to get you to think bigger and take more control over your behavior. The markets giveth and the markets taketh away, but there are clues. And if you trade properly, the market loves you and will take care of you. Okay, so if this falls further, it's going to move my sell zone tomorrow. Cool. Doesn't matter to me. Traditional, Roger, everything's traditional. I've been trading longer than people have come up with these, you know, new products, if you will. You're like, you know what? Right? And by the way, Fibonacci pivot point, I invented Fibbits, by the way. So that's probably very similar. But completely unnecessary. Completely unnecessary. Okay. I use nothing proprietary. I mean, you'll say, well, Wayne, this chart template of yours and this indicator of yours is proprietary. Well, that's true. I made it for you guys. I paid money to have it programmed for you guys. And all it's doing is using standard pivot points. But I'm trying to remove everything that you don't need. So it says sell here, take profit here. Sell here, right? Take profit here. Sell here, take profit here. And tomorrow, if this prints the low, so here's today's high, here's today's low. If that is the high and low, then it says sell here. That's all it is. It's just basic, okay? And now, if you didn't like pivot points, now I like them because they're predictive. But if you like lagging indicators, you know, you can do things like lower low, lower high, sell the sweet spot. That's cool. And then the next day you log in and you're like, okay, we got a new lower low. So I'm going to measure, right, the previous high. There's a new sell zone. That's cool. And tomorrow when you log in, let's say for the Asian session, you're going to measure the low and today's high. Oops. Okay, and you're going to sell here around 50%. It's straightforward. I don't care. You don't need the pivot points. And you don't need, right? And you don't need Fibonacci either because this is just price action. Right? I mean, it doesn't matter. Don't get caught up on the tools. Tools are there to help. Okay? Where most people make mistakes is they're so focused on the tools and they don't realize that they're doing no analysis, no trade planning, and they lack patience, they lack discipline, and by and large, their trading sucks. I'd focus on that. Have you ever seen someone that shows up for their first golf lesson, but they already have $10,000 in golf clubs? They're like, dude, I bought this at auction. Tiger Woods himself used to use these golf clubs, right? I'm going to crush it. Dude, it doesn't matter if you have Tiger Woods' golf clubs. It doesn't matter if you have Michael Jordan's basketball shoes. Okay? Doesn't matter the tools if you don't have the skills. And most people focus on tools and not skills. Okay? There's so many different ways to sell this. Right? There are so many different ways to sell this. Whether it's moving averages, whether it's pivot points, whether it's Fibonacci, or price action, or Elliott wave, right? Or looking for the three pregnant nun candlestick pattern. It will all be there if you're looking for it. The thing is, you need to be looking for it. So if you're looking for something, chances are you're going to find it. It's called confirmation bias. Okay? Has anyone seen a yellow Lamborghini either in real life or maybe just a picture of one and like almost froze in place like, oh my God, a yellow Lamborghini just like we talk about every day on the website. Oh my God, a yellow Lamborghini. Has anyone had that moment yet? 2 years ago, if you saw yellow Gallardo, you would have said, I hate Gallardos, right? But now it's like, that's funny. We talk about all that all the time in the webinars and stuff, right? It's just, it's funny, but it stands out now because we talk about it. It's called confirmation bias, okay? If you were thinking about buying, I don't know, a Cadillac Escalade, suddenly you're going to see Cadillac Escalades everywhere. No, I didn't say I wanted to buy one Forex, or whoever said it, right? But anyways, if you're looking, if you have something in mind, it's really easy to spot. If you're looking for Volkswagen vans, you're going to see them. Okay? That kind of stuff. Right? Right? Friedrich Nietzsche said, perception, is it perception or perception? Perception creates reality. When I was in New York, what was it, last week? Walking through a crowd catching my SARS, and I saw the woman in the red dress, and I laughed to myself. It is perception, isn't it? Perception. Perception. So if anyone knows Matrix, you know what I'm talking about. Because it's gonna stand out now. Before in the Matrix, it would have just, it just wouldn't have really stood out much more than a beautiful woman in a red dress. Now it's even more meaningful. It's the girl that could be the trap, right? So you turn your head and you look at the girl, and then an agent right in front of your face, right? And you're like, damn it! They threw out a distraction and got me. I fell for it, right? So anyways, yeah. So anyways, the point, guys, is you can use this to your advantage. It doesn't matter what tool you use. If you are laying in wait to carry out and execute your trading plan. Doesn't matter what tool, what moving averages, what oscillators, what fib, if you use fibs or no fibs, if you use Elliott wave or not Elliott wave, it doesn't matter. They all do the same thing. They help you with your confirmation bias, and you say, aha, this is what I was talking about back here. I'm going to drop it like it's hot. I'm going to fire for effect. And you take the shot. Okay? Hamid, if you can't figure that out, just email me, wayne@fxbootcamp.com. Okay? Do you understand, guys? Did I get my point out there? It's your decision that matters. Okay? You got the power. You can do this. You have the skills, but you have to have the patience and the discipline to carry it out. And if you can do that, you are worth it. No, Jim, the swing trading group doesn't use PayPal. Just, there's a way to do it, but I can't explain it in the whatever. Just email me, Wayne@fxbootcamp. Okay. Yeah, no worries. I don't know why you'd want to cancel though, right? The markets have been so fantastic. But yeah, that's your call. I guess maybe we should leave it here. That felt like a good ending. Felt like a good ending. But tomorrow is the swing trading course. Right? Tomorrow, I mean the swing trading group. Remember, if you do join the swing trading group and you take Hamid's spot, you'll get the day trading course and the swing trading course included. Okay? So thank you for being on my team. Thank you for keeping me interested in all that we do. I'm exhausted like you. I'm tired like you. It's emotionally draining. I feel the same as you, but we are here together. I want you to understand that. Okay? That you don't have to suffer through this alone. You have at least a support group, right? So, and have you guys been leaving comments on the videos? I think 2,000 people watch the video and like 30 leave a comment, maybe 20. Like 99% of people don't leave a comment. So wouldn't it be great if we can get from 1% leave comments to 2%? Wouldn't that be amazing? So if you could help with that process, I'd appreciate it. No, those are birds and stuff like that. Yeah. Sorry. I got my windows open. So guys, remember, it's the process that matters. The process that you take, not the tools, not right, that kind of stuff. It's the process. I want you to make sure that you're focused on your process of trading, not just throwing down trades. Okay? Cool. Cool, guys. Well, we'll leave it there. Let me turn my drawing tool off. Let's go back to full webcam. Peace on earth. May the pips be with you. May our profits be above average. And